Hey everybody, welcome back to Physical Therapy Private Practice Secrets of the Top 10%. My name is Brian Gallagher, I'm your host. And before we get started, I would like to thank our sponsor, MEG Business Management, for sponsoring this podcast. MEG has been the company in which I founded back in 2006, and they have been so successful in helping PTs in private practice since 2006 by mainly tackling the three most challenging areas of physical therapy private practice for the owners, the staff, and the management team, which are billing and collections, credentialing, and personnel, marketing, practice management, really. So, and that's the MEG Academy aspect of it. MEG Academy is very uniquely and specifically designed to enable people to grow through an enhanced level of skills as they proceed through a web-based virtual training program. So that's MEG, and I like to thank them as our sponsor. This is episode 168, and what I want to discuss today in this episode is the 7 practical steps that top performing PT owners follow. All right. I've made some notes here, so I'm going to refer to some of my notes because I was really thinking about this for quite some time today, several hours, and I realized that so many of the practice owners who want to start a private practice, this is one of the things they wrestle with. They know they're not living the life that they want to be living, and they just don't know what to do about it. So please ask yourself how you can apply these principles in your life right here and now, not next week, not next month, but right now as I go through these 7 principles, what you can do with them and what you can do about today's situation, what you can do about your place in life today that's going to make things better for you. So the 7 practical steps that top performing PTs owners are currently following. Step number 1. Their view of money is far more objective than the average walking human being on this planet. People who are more successful in business, whether it be a small business of some other industry, or in this case, physical therapy, private practice, I find the most successful owners, the top performing owners, are ones that are just not emotionally connected to money. Money is viewed upon in a much more objective manner. It's kind of like, when you look at it, it's kind of like, do you see money as a chess player on the board game of chess? It's a player. It's to be moved. It's to be made. It's to be, manipulated, right? Honestly, it's not meant for you to take a loss on it when you don't have, or be like it's the end all be all of the end of your efforts, right? Like if you have it, you're a good person. You're a happy person. You're, a more wholesome person, or you're more complete. Like that's what I mean by emotion connected to it. It's a pawn, man. It's a piece on the game of life. It's a player, and how well you play that game and how well you utilize money has a lot to do with your viewpoint of it, right? It can drive you to do things that are really insane to be done. It can drive you to not do things that you actually should do. It can hold you back, or it can throw you forward. So the most successful business owners in physical therapy private practice are those that honestly have a very objective viewpoint of money. They leverage it, they use it, they move it. One of the very first reasons I think that makes it easy for them to succeed is that they know where they want to go. If you know where you want to go, then I can work backward from that, and I can actually figure out how it's got to be, right? And that's where your mindset should be too. How you behave moving forward to develop and build out 3 clinics within 20 minutes of each other is going to be drastically different in your actions if you just want to open up a 3,000 square foot office that has 3 income verticals in under one roof. So please, by all means, you don't have to know how. That's not my point. You don't need to know how, but you need to know what. You need to know what you want. I can help you with the how. A good coach, somebody with good seasoned experience who's been there, done that, can help you with the how so you don't make those mistakes. What you need to do is you need to evaluate what's going on in your life currently and think of things that you can cut out or things that you can cut back on that don't forward the momentum of your vision, that are not supporting or blowing wind in the sails of the direction that you're trying to go in your professional career right now. you need to, in my mind, streamline, become extremely efficient at home and in your personal and professional life so that you have the bandwidth, both financially and economically with time, to be able to devote to this new endeavor. That which is most important to you in your life, you will measure. So my question to you, if you have an existing practice now and you're in private practice, do you know the 64 key statistics? Do you know what you need to be measuring? And even more importantly than that, if you know what you need to be measuring, do you know what you need to do in the interpretation of the results that you're measuring, right? So if my production's going up and my patient visits are going up, but my collections are going down, what does that tell me? Where does that tell me to look? What is the next action step I have to take as a result of that? That's what I'm talking about. A lot of people are measuring things just for the sake of measuring them, and I'm never a fan of that. You have to know what to measure, and you have to know what you're going to do with the results of what you're measuring. Okay? This last step is so important because once you understand the appropriate metrics, it's going to push you into the appropriate actions. And the appropriate actions are, on a weekly basis, you should be developing a weekly management action plan. Because of how we performed last week, this is what the action steps we're going to take this week. Are you then looking at your monthly campaigns, your monthly marketing campaigns, or your monthly programs? Where are you on a monthly basis and how are you measuring that? And then most importantly, your yearly plan. Do you have a yearly marketing plan? Do you have a yearly business strat plan? And are you revisiting that plan each quarter? Look, your annual plans drive your monthly, quarterly programs. Your monthly, quarterly programs are driven and supported by your weekly campaigns. You can't just come to work every day and treat what's on the schedule and say, let's hope we get more new patients, or let's put out more social media, or let's go knock on more doors. That's not what it's all about. So I hope you guys are enjoying this. You're enjoying what we're putting together. I hope it really helps to meet your satisfaction levels, your expectation levels on being a more successful leader and a more successful private practice owner. So that's it for me this week. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for listening. And as always, get up each and every day, get yourself out of bed, get started, expecting to do well.